In the quiet night sky, through even the simplest telescope, 4 small moons can be seen drifting steadily across the face of Jupiter. Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto. They are called the Galilean moons, and their motion tells a story that once shook the world. When Galileo first observed them in 1610, their orbits provided undeniable evidence that not everything revolved around the Earth. It was a beautiful, natural truth, visible to any who dared to look. And yet, the Church, entrenched in its own certainty, denied it, condemned it, suppressed it. They insisted the Earth was the center of all things, and to question that was to challenge God himself. They were wrong. Today we laugh at the absurdity of it. And yet a more profound error remains, unexamined. If the Church could be so wrong about the motion of moons, what else might they have overlooked? What other truth, plainly visible, have they refused to see? The answer, once again, is orbiting in full view, this time not in the heavens above, but in the pages of Scripture itself. The book of Jude, just a few lines long, does something extraordinary. It quotes Enoch, not vaguely, not figuratively. It calls him a prophet, the 7th from Adam. And it declares that Enoch, long before Moses, long before the law, foretold the very event all Christians await. Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints. Peter echoes him, speaks of angels bound in chains, of a judgment yet to come, of a world once washed clean by a flood and now awaiting fire. And then he adds something staggering, something most Christians overlook. We can hasten the coming of the day of God. Think about that. We are not merely waiting for it, we are meant to speed it. But how? Jude and Peter are not speaking in riddles. They are pointing clearly, emphatically to the book of Enoch. They affirm it, they cite it, they lean on it, because it is the blueprint not just of the past, but of the return of the Lord. And yet for 2,000 years the Church has rejected it. The very book that describes the coming of the Lord is the one the Church has refused to acknowledge. And in doing so, they have not just sidelined a prophet, they have delayed the very event they claim to long for. Because the coming of the Lord is not merely a matter of time, it is a matter of recognition. To speed his coming is to acknowledge his approach. And if the blueprint is Enochian, then rejecting Enoch is in effect rejecting the return. Peter and Jude understood this. They weren't just borrowing ancient words, they were restoring ancient sight. They were conspiring, not in secret, but in Scripture, to hand us the key. And yet we, like the Church in Galileo's day, have refused to look through the lens. We've insisted the canon is closed, we've mocked the messengers, we've locked the gate and then cried out that the king delays. But here is the great irony. Unlike Galileo's moons, you don't need a telescope for this revelation. You just need eyes. Eyes to see the agreement between Peter and Jude. Ears to hear the cry of Enoch, long suppressed. A heart willing to ask, could we be wrong again? Could we have built an entire religious structure on the exclusion of the very foundation stone? The Church has maintained its power by denying Enoch, by denying Jude, and in turn denying Peter. But the truth is out now. The moons have been seen. The quote has been read. The blueprint is in our hands. The only thing that delays the Lord now is our refusal to believe what is written plainly on the page. The time has come to see, not through a telescope, but with the Spirit.